Connie.
Oh, hello, Matt.
How about a bit of lunch over at the inn?
Oh, well,
Well, it's much too cold to get out of the wharf. Some good hot minestrone at Joe's.
No, that I'd love. Oh. Do you know it was almost 0 this morning? Allison told me that.
She dropped in to see me, too.
She also told me she loved me.
And she told me she didn't want to be the observer anymore.
Oh, Matt, I'm frightened.
And so is she, and confused. Those were her very words. Confused and frightened.
Right. Well, I'm under 21, too young to have a drink, but old enough to have lost a baby, to have lost a husband. Where do I start, Dr. Rossi?
Well, that's up to you, isn't it? Thank you.
New life, or just go on with my old one?
Old one? Is that really that old, is it? What you mean is you're old enough to be made to pay for your mistakes, but too young to order drinking in public places, is that it? Are you trying to smile?
I wasn't trying.
Well, you almost did. Did you realize it?
Mm-hmm.
And then you stopped.
I stopped.
Why? Because you said to yourself, how can I, Betty Anderson, with all the misery in my life, how can I sit here and smile about anything?
Must be marvelous to be a doctor, to sit there and diagnose people.
You're a tomato juice doctor?
Thank you.
I apologize.
For what?
Well, you come in here with me and face all the gossip, and
The gossip. Betty, I know this is New England. I know all about the pillory. We talked about that. And about the scarlet letter. What worries me is how you can put yourself in that pillory. How you can condemn yourself to wear a scarlet letter. All right, to Marcibel Lunch Pocket. Where did you come up with a name like that?
it just popped into my mind. It'd make her feel better, though.
Marcibel Lunch Pocket. It's funny. Funny how a big girl can come up with a name like that for a little girl. Afternoon, Julie.
Doctor, you hasn't called. They're on your desk.
Is anything urgent?
No, not really.
I just left Betty.
Oh, I've been waiting for her to call.
She really had a rough morning. At least it's over with now. I think she's taking it very well.
I hope so, Doctor.
We just had a drink together at the inn. Tomato juice.
I'm glad she had someone to talk to, Doctor.
Well, we talked about many things, and one thing in particular, the job.
Oh, what kind of job?
Nursing. I think she'd be very good at that.
Well, doesn't that take special training?
Well, yes, she'll start off as a nurse's aide. I think she's qualified for that. Then if she's interested to go on, she can take a nurse's course.
Well, it sounds wonderful.
I told her I'd set up an appointment for her at the hospital for tomorrow. She seemed very excited about it.
I'm glad, Doctor. She needs something like that right now. Hi. Hello, Connie.
Well, to what do we owe this unexpected pleasure?
My unexpected bad health.
Really?
Well, I've just had some trouble sleeping lately.
Well, come in.
Really, Doctor? All this just for insomnia? Could you just write me a prescription for sleep or something?
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to make sure it is just nerves, not anemia. Your blood pressure's up a little bit, but it's nothing serious.
What if it is just nerves?
Come up here. Sit down. If it's just nerves, I'll give you something to help that. Somewhat.
Just somewhat?
Connie, they haven't developed a pill yet to make decisions for you.
far as the annulment is concerned, yes. About the other matter, I met Wainwright at 5. I suggested that we find some compromise, avoid any court fight on account of so.
What do you say?
He said no. Evidently, Martin Peyton is determined to make sure that you have no ownership in the mill, Les.
A man lies there on a hospital bed, unable to leave it ever, and he dictates terms. Doesn't he understand that in a month or two I could head that mill toward bankruptcy?
Somehow, I don't think Peyton seems to care about that.
What does he care about?
You, Les. Oh, Norman. Want to sit down? No, I'll be seeing you. Don't forget, we have a board of directors meeting at the bank.
At 8. I know. Norman, come in here. I want to talk to you. I understand you've been doing some talking, son.
Talking?
Why did you go to the inn and talk to Mr. Wainwright? What did the old man's lawyer want with you?
Nothing.
Why did you go to his room?
I just wanted to see him.
You mean you actually called Wainwright, made an appointment with him?
Yes, sir. I called him and made an appointment with him.
Why?
Dad, if you try to prove that Mother didn't know what she was doing, I'll testify against you.
All right, Norman. But you'd better consider something, son. If I have nothing, you have nothing. You'll have to start from scratch, from the dirt, just as I had to.
I might not end up in the dirt.
That was a very, very clever remark, Norman.
Dad?
Talk to you about that.
About what?
You boys go ahead with dinner. I'll be down there.
Norman, Dad said I should talk to you. About what? Hey, well, I'm not going to talk unless you do. I mean, I'm not going to go into a monologue. What is it? Nothing. What? Norm? Oh, come on, Norm. Tell Big Brother what's wrong, huh? Everything. Everything.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
The marriage was annulled.
I don't wish to pry into your personal life. It's my job to be sure that those we hire have indeed responsibility.
And have agreed to testify that your mother was in complete control of her faculties at all times.
Have you told my father?
No.
The last 2 times I've seen him, he seems so distant.
Elliot Carson is a man with a great deal on his mind, Allison.
More than he had when he first came back here?